We now return to Let's Play Cleopatra.
The legacy of Alexander the Great lives on in our proud city. Even though his mortal remains rest in Alexandria's mausoleum, his great city continues to thrive. It is up to you, Ptolemy I Soter, to carry on with the job the noble Alexander began. Since its founding by Alexander barely 30 years ago, the city has become a powerful commercial hub, supplying much-needed foodstuffs and items of luxury to much of the surrounding area. To further its economic progress, and to ensure the safe passage of the many ships entering the Great Harbor, you should construct a massive lighthouse on Pharaoh's Island, near the mouth of the harbor. This structure's beacon of light will guide distant seafarers safely into the harbor, ensuring that they do not founder on its tricky shoals. Important as commerce is, however, you cannot ignore the cultural and intellectual advancement of our society. Under your leadership, Alexandria can now become the intellectual capital of the known world as well. Gather works of knowledge from near and far, and build a great library in which to keep them. As sure as ants are attracted to honey, learned scholars from all over will journey to this unrivaled center of knowledge and learning. To build these great monuments, you will need to import a building material, such as white marble, that will be suitable for such great structures. Encomi, on the island of Cyprus, is a good source for this material. Lastly, do not ignore your military. There always seems to be unrest in one place or another. It might be necessary to dispatch troops to distant frontiers to protect Egypt's interest and defend her honor.
Okay, so we've got a lot of people, and they need to be in fairly decent housing. And we will have 2 soldiers. Okay, so we'll pretty much just be using them to send out. We will not have to defend this time around, which is nice. What's not so nice is that everything has been wiped out and some things have moved. The farms have moved outside the walls, and I feel these walls are ineffective anyway, seeing as how last time we got invaded from the coast here. So if we ever have to worry about that again, we're going to be in trouble. So before we go doing that, I need to seal off the snakes again. Should probably actually face this way, that was easier. Okay, I think that got him there. Now this could be problematic if we still get them inside of the fields there. I don't know if they can go through the fields. You son of a bitch. Okay, I think we got him stuck. Well, hopefully they'll be stuck there then. Let's move up. These guys I don't think we need to worry about. But I should maybe... Yeah, no, because I'm not planning on having anything go up there anyway. And if the reed guys are walking all that way to get to reeds, we're going to have some problems. Okay, so it looks like the snakes are taken care of. So let's get back to putting my city back together. So that came out here, and here. And it was one off like that. And then we went 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Did I skip something? No. Okay. So we'll go back to putting in our roadblocks. And on this one, let's get started putting in some people in first, so they at least show up. I think I'm going to put the next block right here. So for the elegant housing, I definitely don't want everybody to have access to this. But I think what I can get away with doing here, maybe, is having like these, just a strip here to have those 6 elite houses. I think I can probably get everything loaded up on one side and be fine. So then the next one over, the next housing block, because I don't want it to be too far away. I'm going to want distribution, and I'm probably going to want distribution right in here. I think we're still probably going to end up having problems with it, but I will pretty much have everything out here, especially farming. Speaking of farming, what kind of farms do we have? Just grain, okay. And we do have fishing, so we've got that. Jewelers, what do we have for raw materials? Just clay and reeds. So we can make pottery, and we can make papyrus. With grain, we'll be able to make bricks as well. That's good. But I don't think we'll be able to use them. We're going to have to sell them because we need to import marble. So we'll be... Oh, they buy marble. That's weird. They will sell luxury goods. They will buy papyrus, though, and other things. So we'll just go ahead and open up everybody now because that just makes a lot more sense. We won't even worry about who's giving us what or where we're selling things to, because hopefully I will be able to get this all done before any other disasters, if there are indeed disasters. No, I got it already. Game meat. Well, I mean, do we really need them? Yeah, whatever. We'll just open all of them. You never know. And it just saves me from having to do any guesswork. Eats up a little bit of money, but I think we've got a lot to start with. So that should be good. Okay. So, yeah, it's reeds and farms and I guess... Okay, where's the... It's right here. So one of our monuments is going to have to be the lighthouse, which can only be built here for some reason. Very awkward to get to. And you can see that this is before they put bridges into these games, because now we have a land bridge right there. Well, I mean effective long bridges. They have these short little gap jumpers, but not the kind like they do in Zeus. And then that also leaves us with the library. So I think we'll kind of do a mirror. No, not really, because it doesn't change sides. So there's a lot more room up here, but again, the distribution network, I don't really want it to go too far. So I think we'll just keep it over here. And I think I can probably get a duplicate of this over here. But I do want to have 1, 2, 3 at least. 1, 2. So let's go... so the 2 would be for a garden. So 1, 2, so road here. So that's pretty far away, I know. I guess I can do this. And that does kind of actually give me where I need to be, so that's good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we just keep going with it. Go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So now this might be a little out of the... Oh, yeah, we don't need that. Got a little overzealous there. No, we do, because this is for a completely different level of housing. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I probably could have gotten the undo in time. I probably still would have had time for that. So then what we're going to do, well, first we need to put in the... Well, do we need to put in band? Yeah. There's absolutely no reason not to... Oh, fuck. Not to just put it all in together. Beg your pardon? What is going on? And then we'll just, we'll have a crap ton of people for a while. And that's okay. Hopefully get this done even sooner. So with that in mind, let me pause for a minute here. We'll be able to get some troops right away. I think I'm going to have those troops... Well, you know what? Let's just put them out here. I don't intend to use this space for anything. I was thinking of putting it over here because this is probably where I'm going to put all my docks and stuff again. Maybe not hidden back here. That was kind of unnecessary. I could probably get it all along here. But my thinking there was that if we have to send troops out, they should be near a transport. But they'll be just as near over here, so that is fine. And I will not be surrounding with, that is not at all what I want. What was I going to say? I don't remember. Oh, I will not be surrounding these with walls this time, because that's unnecessary. So we don't need to have it too crazy up in here anymore. But we will do that, and we will do that. I shouldn't need a recruiter, though. It said we're going to get our old guys back, so hopefully they will just come of their own. Okay, so we also need to do the monument, Alexandria's library, which actually does fit. It would still fit. It's not as nice of a fit as it would be if I, say, just had it branch off of one of those, but it does fit. Alternatively, I could put it on this side. Yeah, okay. We'll put it over there. So we got a bunch of people coming in. What else do we need? Well, we need to set up a water supply. And put that here on this side. Because I think if we can beautify the place just a little bit, we'll get that a little bit nicer. That's pretty much all this was going to be. I can put in some statues. I can put in... right. Forgot about that. Let's put in firehouse, architect. And we will, of course, need that on this side as well. Why not just mirror? No reason to do anything crazy. And then that way, too, I can actually, looking at it now, maybe instead of distribution up here, I could have distribution here. At least for, like, grain and stuff. And then I could put the bazaars on this end. And then, yeah, there would be very little reason to actually need to go up here unless I was going to specifically use it for, like, this or... pottery making, and then that could just be dragged down to the distribution here. Okay, we'll do that instead. So we need to, I guess, put a roadblock here. Yeah, okay. We'll put a roadblock there, and then we're looking at like 3. Now, so this is a thing where I need to curate this. It's going to be going all the way down. So like if we do a 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. These will obviously need to be blocked. Alternatively, maybe I could go the other way with it and have a building in between here. Something here, something here. I don't know. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I want another one, I could put 2 on this side. Another one on this side. I don't know. I'm going to need, in order to get to the level of housing that I require, I am going to... Can you hear this song? Can you hear this music? Isn't this a Zeus song? Maybe not. It just sounds similar, I'm sure. Anyway, after that derailment, I'm going to need 3 gods. I'm going to need access to 3 gods. Who are the gods at this time? We have Ra, we have Ta, and we have Bast. Bast is hopefully going to help us a lot, getting people into the area. So, let's think about Temple Complex to Ra. I could put that on this side this time. It does not fit very well. Okay, well, I could do that there. And it would just be kind of a mirror. Alternatively, I could just put it back where it was, which is actually very easy to do. We'll not do that just yet, of course. So from here to the wall, well, it's not a wall. From here to the festival grounds, I should be able to get everything I need to get these guys filled up, provided they evolve the way they're supposed to. I guess one way I could do that, one way I could force them, is by actually putting a road. So 1, 2, 3, we'll just block this area off. 1, 2, 3, and then that will force these to evolve the way they're supposed to. But let's not do it this way. Let's do it backwards, like I said I was going to. 1, 2, 3, block. 1, 2, 3, block. So this could actually... Does that work? What the... Hold on a minute. No, because this is going to be a 3x next to the 3x. I just don't want it to evolve into its neighbor just yet. So what I need from you is there. So right here we can put something, possibly a marketplace, I don't know. So I got distribution up and running, or not distribution. I'm not even listening to myself. So we'll just speed up here a little bit. Get some of this down. What is this going to entail? Blocks of marble, loads of copper. Oh, it's not actually. That's only 8 loads. That's not too bad. That's actually not too bad at all. So we'll get some people up. We will block off the roads. So in order to get these guys to, well, okay, so it doesn't matter really what these levels are at, because the only requirements are major population, which I honestly think we can hit with, if not right at pottery, then just the level after. I think we can get the population without going to beer, so we can focus all of those resources on selling them, and then, of course, just the elegant manners that need a lot of people. Or a lot of goods. So, why did I click you again? Okay, so exportable, we can import barley to then turn around and make beer. Okay, so that's what we'll do there. So I suppose my first order of business then, once this is settled in, is going to be setting up my trade goods, as usual. The troops are here, so that's gone and done, and okay. Possibly want to put in those. So anyway, my thought there, our housing for this, is that we will not need to go to 2 gods. We can just do 1 god per housing block. We may want to go that far anyway, though, because, well, okay, this one can be just raw via the temple, and then we'll need 3 there, and then 1, 2, 3 here. Okay, this works out great, because that still puts Ra ahead. Ra is patron deity, right? Yes, okay. So it still puts Ra ahead. He'll be happy, ecstatic, actually, because of the whole thing there, and the gods themselves will still be happy because we will have room for them. We will have enough buildings that they will be placated. And people are just streaming in. So let's put in a palace so that I can actually... Oh, that's a big one. That's much bigger than I expected that to be. That's what she said. No working dock. No. How about we do... Well, no, not there. Not there. Let's put it here. Let's put it back here. We'll put the palace in the new neighborhood. 45% unemployed. It's fine. Don't worry about it. The gods are now displeased because there are too many people. So, let's go ahead and begin the placation. Do a temple to Ra, far out here. That should be fine, right? Let's put it on the other end. Let's not even mess with it. If we do that, though, I don't really want... the 3x thing is really annoying, actually. No. I don't know where to put this damn thing. You know what, we'll just put it here. So let's slow this down, do a raw, do a ta, and we'll do a fast. Good enough. Which means, of course, now we need to give Ra a festival. And we can ramp this back up. Population milestone, 500 people. It's good. It's very good. Okay, so now we need to put a clamp on that again and think about how we want to do grain. And really, I could probably just do another loop here. So, if we do like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, it's not quite going to work. So, anticipating that then, let's just do this. Put a road up and around, and then we'll have an irrigation ditch in between. That ought to work. Okay, so let's get, well, first of all, let's roadblock this so we don't have issues. There we go. And how far do we want to go with this? We should probably just go to the wall, I would think, because otherwise we're going to end up in a situation where we are going to need to roadblock this, where the walkers are going to have to go too far. So, and really, hold on. Okay, so that road is going to go along the river anyhow. I was thinking getting an irrigation ditch up the backside, but yeah, we don't really actually need to do that. But we could put these initial farms in a more fertile place. 6 too far? No, I don't think it was, actually. I think 6 was just right. Okay, so now I'm going to pause, because now we have to figure out the fun of... this actually goes for quite a ways, doesn't it? We have to figure out the fun of a water lift. See, now this would go here, but how am I going to get that ditch around? I would like it to go here, which is doable. Because I don't think I can just take a ditch straight out of this, because this isn't the inundated field. So we need to do a water lift here, which then necessitates a road here, which then means that we will have access to, say, some houses, or what? Where do I want to put the house? I guess I could put just the house on this side. The well right there on the river, the firehouse, the architect, and now I've got spots for some god shrines or something, I don't know. And I guess we're going to have to delete some of those. Put in an irrigation ditch. Okay. So that should take care of that. We'll have plenty of farmage, so that'll be good. Probably get some more up there. Will not need this, but I can then get some reeds on that side. So, now we need to think, whilst this is all going on, how I want to lay out my distribution hub. I guess we can have the road go along this way. How far is that? I can't really put anything there. But if I make it one more, I could put something at the end here. I don't know why I would want to do that. I think, well, hold on. Okay, so this is actually going to get a little bit funky here. If I do... The distribution should actually probably go like this, then. I could put a shortcut there. We'll wait until this guy goes away so he doesn't wander down the wrong road. Alright. And then we'll probably want to block this off at some point, but right now I don't think that's necessary. But I can, yeah, you know what, let's just do it. Roadblock that there, and then we can get a... I don't know if that's actually a great thing either. Actually, let's do this. Let's do... No. Let's not do that. I was just kind of concerned about maybe getting a little bit more people up in here. I think that'll be fine. Got some space for roads. And... okay, that worked out really well. Maybe... let's bring it up. I really don't want to have things too close, but I think it's better to actually have it more accessible. What's my mansion look like? Too big. Way too big. And the way these guys walk, we might actually be able to get housing on this side, which would be good because then we'd have it both ways. I don't know, this ought to handle it for a while. And I think that's a straight enough shot. If I put the bazaar here, that's going to be a walk, actually. That's going to be... this block right here is going to suffer the most from this. Maybe I should just put my distribution back up here, like I was originally thinking. Make them walk all their supplies up here. But then at least this way it would be equidistant from pretty much everything. Yeah, I don't know. Resentful, raw, resentful. Why raw, resentful? Because they're on equal footing, that is why. He is such a little... lavish festival, finally. Well, let's go ahead and line that up. I know that's very awkward, but I just like the fact that you can actually walk to it. So he should be happy now. I'm not sure what that did to my employment people-wise. 200 people. I think we can handle it. So we'll get the temple complex up. Altar of Ma'at. Oracle of Horus. And whilst we're here with the people, we may as well just go ahead and start putting in the healthcare stuff. Because why not? At least to an initial level. And I think that's good. Do beautification. Bast will be happy with that. Okay. Still got a stream of people coming in. That's always good to see. Still have plenty of room for them to go. 1,000 people. Time to start taxing. Let's do a tax collector at the end of every block. As we always do. Get all the important jobs out of the way. And then we will probably also need at least one of these statues. And I'm just looking at this, and somewhere along the way it looks like we got offset. So okay. So that should be good. And I don't know, maybe just for the look of the thing, I'll enclose each neighborhood off in a wall. I can finish off our own walls, because they're only 1 by. They should be much thicker. Alternatively, we can just go with curtain walls, and these guys I'm not so sure about. Let me actually block them off. I don't want them wandering. You son of a bitch. That one is going to wander off. Hopefully I can have someone kill it. If it ever wanders down, it will get hit by my troops, so that is good. 25% still. Do we have... Well, we apparently do have some people there. Good. I am willing to bet that I can get a house here to evolve, so why don't we try it? And then that way we at least have something going on here. Because I don't need a granary right here pushing out bad vibes. I think that's just a bad idea. And if I need 2 more, I've got 2 more spots. So in that case, let's make this one do get and get. That is going to be one of the disasters of this, is the fishing situation, because I do want fish to supplement. I do believe we will need, actually, a secondary source. So, yeah, I mean, that could be a problem eventually. We will need to have fish coming in, and that's going to be a very long way for the fish to go. So maybe we'll have another granary here just to store it, which could potentially screw things up. Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll keep the bazaars close enough that they will focus on these rather than any other way around. But I think our initial setup is going apace here. I mean, the amount of people I've got, I could probably go ahead and just set this up and have this grow along with it. That way I can keep tabs on what I need and where I need it and all this. And in fact, I should probably take these out. Because we're going to need to turn this into a pavilion. We'll have it go that way because then that eats the 2. Perfect. Well, that works out alright. So anyway, these will be my first 3. Followed by that one. So we'll get those, and then we'll get them going on the other side. Does this actually... Oh, it does. Okay. Well, we should probably fill those in, and then get all the requisite buildings that keep everything from falling apart, etc., etc. Okay. I'm going to end this one here. I will see you next time.